Just want to offer my condolences to the sons, daughter, and grandchildren. I didn't know Freda very long or very well, but my wife and I moved here about 6 years ago from Connecticut, and she was one of the ones who greeted me and my wife when we first came here. And one thing I noticed right away from Freda is that was an intelligent woman. I don't say that very often. Intelligent. She knew about people and their qualities and what to say and when to say it. She reminded me of a rare jewel. One that you don't find very often and one that you don't see very often. That had a brilliant quality about herself. There was a time when Hurricane Florence came and just devastated the area. It was in September of 2018. And there were 3 different families here at the Cherry Point Church of Christ that suffered loss. Their homes flooded. And one of them was Freda. I remember going there and speaking to one of the sons. I think it was Peter. Phil. I knew it started with P. Okay. And he was doing some home improvement. And just having dialogue and conversation, I could sense that he was a man that loved the Lord and had some kind of connection with Scripture. So it was encouraging and refreshing. And of course, Freda was there as well. But she had got away for, I think it was a couple years, to spend some time in Virginia. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the daughter or the granddaughter. Okay? And then she came back. And about a month and a half or 2 months ago, she was here, worshiping and visiting. And I hadn't seen her for a while, but once again, it was always refreshing to see her. She made an impact in my life. Why? Because of some of the things she said to me. She saw me. She didn't look through me or past me, but she saw me. She was an intelligent woman. And she loved the Lord. Those were some of the outstanding virtues that I saw in Freda Barron. I wanted to share that with you, my brothers and sisters.
I am Freda's oldest grandchild, I think. And, I haven't seen her in a very long time. But I have the same opinion of my grandmother as everybody else. And it was mostly good. When I was a kid, she used to take my brother Adam and I over the summer. And we came from Tennessee. She would take us to the beach. She would feed us strawberry shortcake. Whenever I was bad, she would make Adam and I go pick up pine cones in the front yard. Pine cones. I just want to thank everybody for coming. Everybody in the congregation. I very much appreciate it on behalf of the family. You guys coming. That's all I have.
Lyra England is one of Freda's best friends, okay? Lyra came to worship service with Freda consistently, and Ruth as well, okay? Ruth, they were like, I wouldn't say the Three Stooges, okay? But they were always there in the left-hand corner, the 3 of them, okay? In the back seat. Okay, the 3 of them, tic-tac-toe, okay? Just as sure enough as water is wet, okay, you can depend on them. They're always there. Now, who's the lady that picked them up consistently, Ruth? Marilyn. Marilyn picked them up consistently, okay, because at that time, apparently, some of them didn't drive, if I'm not mistaken. But all I know is they were there. They were right there. Now, the lady that I have on the phone, since she cannot be here because she's in New Bern, she wanted to say a few words to you all. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put her on speaker. I called her. Ruth gave me her phone number. And Leah, are you there? Okay, so Leah's going to turn up the speaker, and Leah, I have you on speaker so you can say a few words to the family and to your brothers and sisters here about our dear sister, Freda, okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
The first time I came to Cherry Point Church of Christ, Freda asked me to sit and invited me to sit with her. And then I was still driving, and so she and I rode to church together every Sunday. And I know she loved the Lord, and my thoughts and prayers go out to the family, and God bless you all. Lyra.
Okay, all right, that's it. That's it there? That's it? Okay, all right, very good. All right, okay, thank you, sweetheart. Okay, all right, bye-bye.
When you talk without any notes, do this. I do it all the time. I forget some of the things I wanted to mention, and some of it just got mentioned. Marilyn Simmons and Freda and Lyra all rode together every Sunday morning, and for many years they sat right beside Miss Ruth, and so there was just more than Freda smiling at me. So I know some of them might have heard it, heard something, anything I said maybe. But anyway, Marilyn and I were talking the other day, and I know it's just eating her alive that she's not able to be here tonight. And I think you all know the deal that she's going through. And but she said that, and I saw it for myself. There was times when those ladies came when a lot of people that should have been here weren't. They were, no doubt about it, they were the golden girls, and not just in age. They had hearts of gold. These young ladies were an example to us, especially, to me, and I'm sure to many others, but to me it was an example of that no matter what your ailments are, they didn't complain much either. I mean, I look at myself and I was thinking, oh, I just barely can get up here this morning, but they were over there just smiling, and they thanked you after class. When you always got near them, you got a hug, and I try to do that. The pandemic's really worked on that. It's kind of made me I was really afraid to find out why Miss Marilyn wasn't here tonight, because Sunday I was telling her I couldn't get around to see Harvey before he had his surgery, and because somebody had tested positive at the jewelry store with COVID. And that was, I told her that after I just hugged her neck. So I was afraid when I found out she might be sick that this might have been, I may have messed up. But anyhow, thank goodness, well, I hate that she's got this problem. Probably this is worse than that. But anyway, but Freda and those ladies, they were an inspiration to us. They gave us the encouragement that we needed, with us being 20 and 30 years younger, that we have little to be too disgruntled about. We have little to be hurting about, and because they did it no matter what, and there was a lot of times I know that they weren't in very good shape. And it's really been, the pandemic has been a tremendous burden to them. They have several of the ladies. Miss Lyra has not been able to return. That's the first time I've heard her voice in way too long, and that's not a very good thing for me to be able to say. But there was a lot of things, we a lot of times don't think about this, the role of a woman in the church. But those women, those golden girls, those I spoke of, they had a role in this church. They had a very strong role in this church. And we will be forever indebted to them, and Freda at this time, especially so, for what they have done for us, and the example they made. Well, that's all I've got to say. And I wanted to mention, though, Miss Marilyn, and Tony did that for me, but I did want to say that what I meant to say earlier. So thank you.